Previously on While the Clothes Dry.
B, this Mothman is not living on our house.
But he has nowhere else to stay.
B, what did I say about the moth people? I don't like the moth people.
Sir, your house is overdue on its mortgage fees. Pay up, or the moth person will live with you forever.
Yeah!
You gotta do it.
Oh no, what do we do?
Will they pay their mortgage or some shit, or maybe talk about video games or something? Find out this time on While the Clothes Dry. And then do the thing.
Hello!
Hello, and welcome back.
Welcome back. It's been so long. But, if you remember correctly from part 1, which is the last episode, we are talking about video games.
Video games.
Video games.
Video games.
Vidus. Gamus.
Vidus.
Screenus. Playus.
Noah's.
Noah's? Yeses. But today, we talk about our experiences with console games.
Yes, sir.
So, that'd be pretty, yeah. I like to start out right by saying I grew up with a Wii.
I grew up with nothing, and then we won a Wii. I have a story.
Go.
Okay, so my summer swim team was having a contest to see who could raise the most money for new lane lines, which are the floaty things that go in between the lanes in a swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever raised the most money was gonna win a super cool grand prize, and my family won.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so we won a Wii. And this was like 2008, so I was 9.
Nice.
So we had a Wii, and it came with Wii Play. And then
I love Wii Play.
that was like the OG for a long time. No, sorry, it came with Wii Sports. We got Wii Play soon after, though, because I have very fond memories of Wii Play. And then I remember my dad being so excited when Wii Sports Resort dropped. Do you remember that game?
Wii Sports?
Wii Sports Resort.
Oh, yeah, of course I remember Wii Sports Resort.
Because the console came with Wii Sports.
Yes, and Wii Sports is a bop.
And then we got Wii Play.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Wii Sports Resort.
Wii Sports Resort dropped in like 2010, 2011?
I'll fact check that. You keep going.
I don't know. But whenever it dropped, it was like a big thing because you had to get the extension on the remote.
Wii Motion Plus.
Yes. And then they started just building it into the remotes, which was such a better idea.
Yes, absolutely.
Was it just a cash grab? I don't really know. Because
2000
it was a little bit annoying. Not gonna lie.
Wii Sports Resort was in 2009.
It dropped in 2009.
It dropped in 2009.
Okay. So we got it. We got the Wii console in 2008.
Boom.
And we still have that baby. That sucker.
Yeah, I've actually played on it with B. Pretty
Did
crazy.
you?
Yeah, we played
Or
Cooking Mama.
did we just play the disc on the Wii U?
Oh, you guys have a Wii U?
We do.
Oh, well then we probably played it on the Wii U.
Maybe. Because the Wii U is attached to that TV.
Yeah,
I'm
and the
fairly
Wii
certain.
U plays all the Wii games.
Yes, which we stand that. We like.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's very nice.
However, the Switch doesn't play any of them.
Boo. Boo.
Boo.
I think we also have a Switch.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we also have a Switch too. We now have the 3. We have the Wii Plus. Oh wait, what
No,
is it? The Wii Plus,
Wii U.
Wii U, and the Switch. Which the Switch we bought it. I split the money with my sister, and then
You bought it together as a joint effort.
yeah, and now we don't have any money for games.
One game that I've been looking to get is called Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Oh yeah,
I played that in college with some friends a bunch of times, and it is, for me personally, one of the most frustrating games I play with friends, but it's also a lot of fun, so
Aw.
might get that.
She's so much better than she thinks she is.
It's so hard! Like, also, I play against people who, like, actually have skill.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The other 3 guys that I was rooming with that were big time friends and gamers, were all really baller at that game. So every time we played, it was like head to head to head, and
To
it would
be.
head to B. B says that she was bad, but like the truth was that she was just afraid of dying more than the rest of us were. So like she wouldn't pull like some crazy stunt where she like jumped halfway across the stage and then wall jumped. She would just like stand there as an elephant and just be like,
My wall jump is not very strong.
It's
I will
true.
be honest.
Yeah,
It
but
is
you're a
not.
fast learner. Every time one of our friends would tell her how to do something, she would just do it.
I'd just be like, okay. Well, it's because I never learned. I never was taught. Question mark.
Yeah, and that particular friend is a great teacher
Yeah,
when it
he's a
comes
good
to video games.
So, shout out to him.
Shout out to he.
But yeah, so I like that game a lot. That's a game that I'm looking to buy. Also, perhaps the new Cooking Mama game. If you don't know Cooking Mama, I love Cooking Mama. I first played it on someone's what is it called? DS? Their DS. One of my friends had a DS, and I played it on her DS, and that was a lot of fun. But I sucked at it. And then we got it for the Wii, and I got really attached to it, and I'm really good at it. And I played it with Alex when he came to visit, and
Oh my gosh.
doesn't have the knack for it. Let's just say that.
Oh.
Let's just say that.
I blame society.
Yeah?
I blame society. I blame fiction for making food look easy to make. I blame. You know what? And you know what? Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna put myself down here, right? All right.
Okay.
Who the fuck
Uh-huh.
did research for Cooking Mama?
What do you mean?
Who was like, oh, this is how you cook? Cause I've cooked, and no one cooks like that. You know what, Mama? Right? Or if you're even a biological mother to anyone, you sod. I can't cook with Cooking Mama. This is ridiculous.
No?
No, you know what? And even, oh,
You're super whiny right now.
oh, am I? Is that what I am?
You're
Yeah.
like, "Oh."
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
You're getting to,
I'm letting her win. I'm
Yeah.
letting her win. I'm letting her win. You're right. You're right.
If you could buy a game right now, what would it be?
And like I already confirmed, had the console to support it.
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
Thank you.
Actually, I'd probably buy Super Mario Odyssey.
Interesting.
It's something I've already played, but something that I'd love to see you or my sister play because it's gorgeous.
Don't you have that?
Odyssey? No.
What's the one where you walk around on the planet?
That's Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah, I know. Real nice name convention, huh? They're like,
Can
oh,
tell.
this one's on Earth.
This one's in space.
This one's on Earth. Well, and like that's a good point. Like, Galaxy Mario has to rescue Peach with something in his hat that makes him have a special power. And in Odyssey, he has to rescue Peach with something in his hat that has a special power.
Oh, wow.
So they're very different games.
Yeah, totally.
And both of them require you to kind of shake the remote, and then the special ability will spin and kill the enemies.
For the record, me and Alex once sat and watched all of the cutscenes from Super Mario Odyssey.
What?
Yes.
Odyssey?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yep.
That doesn't
That's
make any
the
sense.
one where they get turned into trophies, right?
Oh no, B. That's Smash Bros. Brawl. You're talking about the Subspace Emissary.
Cancel me. Please.
I'm not gonna cancel you. You're deserving of more than that. Or rather, I mean, you don't deserve to get canceled. Canceling is annoying.
So brawls. So brawls?
Brawls in the respective stalls. Unrelated to anything. But no, listen, right? Smash Brothers. I love Smash Brothers.
Really?
But I'm so bad at Smash Brothers.
You know what I do when I play Smash Brothers?
Cry, spam buttons.
Key smash.
Yeah, button mash. Yeah, a couple people I know do that. I try not to, but then I also play like Little Mac. So
So
it's
you have to.
My favorite part of Smash Brothers, any Smash Brothers game, was the Subspace Emissary. It was the only good real story mode that the games have ever had, right? And there were cutscenes, beautifully made cutscenes of every single part. And it was really cool to see the characters interact with one another. And that's why I loved the Subspace Emissary.
Huh.
It's funny, it's a weird story why I had that game.
Why did you have that game?
It was my first Smash game, so I romanticize it a lot. Because it might not be the best one, but it's definitely the one that I love the most.
Right, because yeah.
Yeah, it was my first one. And I can admit that I have a bias, right? I do.
Yeah.
But I was gifted the Smash Brothers Brawl walkthrough before I knew what it was.
Oh.
And I read that thing cover to cover, right? And you gotta understand, like, it's like an alien, right? Like an alien from a different planet looking at the map of the United States. It's like, I want to one day go to Illinois and peruse Michigan. It's like, I want to play as Mario and do a nair and a back throw. I would like to do the PK fire as Ness. What is a Ness?
What is a mess?
It's like that. It's like, I really want to play this. And like, I went up to my dad. I was like, hey, so there's a game that I have a walkthrough for. He was like, oh. That's how my dad talks. And I was like, and I've been saving up some money for my birthdays, and I really want to buy it. And he was like, when's it from? And I said, 2008. And he was like, what? So there's a lot of other games out there. Don't you want something new? And I was like, I mean, no, I actually kind of just want this one because then I begged him for it, and he was like, okay, you do the research and we'll go. That's what he said. And I did, and we got it in a couple of weeks. We had to order it online and then pick it up in store in a week or two, because they didn't have it on hand.
Huh? Because it was old?
Yeah, they were like, we're not gonna put this out. No one wants this.
No one wants this no more.
Yeah, they want like the other ones.
The new one.
Yeah, I don't think Smash 4 was out yet though. I think it was a lull time between the third and fourth games, because Brawl is the third game.
Oh, okay.
It came out in 2008, and then Smash 4 came out 2014? I don't remember.
Probably.
But anyway, yeah.
Interesting.
So
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, I'm getting the names very confused.
it's okay.
But I have good intentions.
You always do. But yeah. Any cool games for you?
I really like the one game we got for the Wii U was Super Mario 3D World.
Oh.
I like that game. That's another one. Okay, so actually that's a good segue too. So I like that game. But that's a good segue because I don't like games where you have to control the camera. And yeah, you can laugh. Okay, go ahead and laugh.
I am laughing.
Yeah, you laugh. Go ha ha. But I'm serious. Like, it is frustrating for me. Show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to see to do what I need to do. Don't make me look around to find it.
B also does not enjoy open world games.
I don't. I like quest-ish. Like, go here, do this. Go here, do this. Like, yeah. Yeah, I don't like open world games where I'm sort of just wandering around, kind of like, so what am I supposed to do now? Say who? Say what? Bonzo, say what?
Yeah, I'm not going to fall for that. I'm not actually going to fall for that, okay?
But yeah, so I don't like when I have to control like the camera view. I think Hollow Knight you don't have to control the camera. That's a side scroller, right?
Yeah. I only played that like once, and it was like a really, really tough game.
I've seen a couple people play it, and yeah, it looked really hard.
Oh my gosh.
But
shout out to everybody who's like beat Hollow Knight.
Or played it.
Oh yeah, or played it, yeah. I mean, I've played it.
No, I mean, beat it makes sense. Beat it.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to everybody who's ever played Hollow Knight. That's pretty cool, guys. Good work.
I don't even know what console you play that on. Well, I guess it depends.
I'm pretty sure it's on all major consoles. Like,
available for all major retail.
It might even be on computer too.
Oh, huh.
So what? PC, Switch, Xbox, PS2, or rather PS5 or some shit. Whatever. PlayStation, I should have just said. Yeah. Let's see here. I played a DS for a while. I don't know if that really counts as a console, does it?
Let's go with yes.
It's a handheld gaming device.
Yeah.
And I played my first gaming experiences were on that DS.
Do you know what year it was?
Nope. But I know that New Super Mario Brothers just came out. And it was so hard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I remember I was like struggling to get past World 3 when I stopped playing.
Oh.
There was snow levels and everything was so hard.
Was it like slippery?
Yes,
snow?
and like unless you had the penguin suit, you wouldn't even stand a chance. And you would lose the penguin suit like as soon as you got hit. So it was like, oh.
Really?
Well, yeah, because you lose your power up when you get hit by an enemy. Remember?
Right. Yeah, I do know that. See, that's the thing. Mario 3D World did teach me a bunch about what to do with this lore, because there's a lot of like things that I didn't know going into it that I learned as I played it.
That makes sense.
And like certain things would be like, oh, like this, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, you mean the rock guys? Okay.
The rock guys.
Like I can't think of the name of them, but
oh, like Womp,
yeah,
Goomba, Koopa Troopa,
right?
Troopa,
But like
Shy
those are in
Guy.
all of the games.
Yeah, they're pretty consistent enemy casts.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, people grow fond of the characters.
Mhm.
Like, one of my college friends said it really well. That all the Mario games are like people, like they're kind of like actors in this world, and like it's always the same characters, and sometimes the stories are different.
Interesting. Okay.
Think of it as like a video game theater company, and Mario's always the main character, unless he's not.
I was gonna say, like, I was actually thinking about like Luigi's
Ooh,
Mansion.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion.
Talk about that for a second. That's again on any console.
Yeah.
You have it on the Switch, right?
No, it's not on any console. It's specifically only on Nintendo consoles.
Oh.
If it's Mario, it's probably not going to be on anything else.
Interesting.
Because Mario is a Nintendo property, and they don't really like to cross
They don't like to share.
the streams, yeah. But no, like, I played some Luigi's Mansion 3 in college, and played a lot with my sister when we got it recently on sale. And she loved it. Like, she enjoyed it. She didn't look at any of the damn names of any of the characters and just named them whatever she wanted. She named the little ghost dog Polderpup. She named him like Barnaby. She was like, "Oh, Barnaby, you gotta stop scaring me, bro," is what she said.
Because he was pretty scary.
Yeah, and Luigi's a jumpy character, and she's not. But, yeah, of course Luigi is. So it was really interesting to see her take control of a character like that.
Right.
But no, like, it's a fun game, man. And Luigi is the homie, as she would say. But no. The original Luigi's Mansion, is amazing.
Really?
It's amazing.
When is that from? Do you know?
Oh, before we were born, I bet. But one of my college friends, she has it on the, I forget what the console is. It's like it's one of those, older consoles that Nintendo had. Game Boy? No, that's one of the handheld ones.
That's a handheld one.
I don't remember what it's called. But anyway, I had the pleasure of playing that recently. And that was so fucking amazing.
You like that one a lot.
Oh, I got so far in it the one day that I don't know if I got too far, but I did a good number on that system. Like, I got pretty far for somebody who just sat down and started playing it.
That's actually a good question I have for you. Is it like, how do you know how far you are into a video game? You don't.
That's not true. It's the GameCube. I just looked it up. It's the GameCube.
GameCube.
It was on the
okay.
GameCube. A lot of games will have like save files and stuff, and then it'll be like, oh, like Alex's save file 100% done, you know?
Okay.
Or like B's save file 100% done.
Or like 10%?
Yeah, or like you're 10% done.
Because I feel like I play video games and I get like...
You get like what?
I start and I think I'm like almost done, and then it's like, what? Not even like Undertale. I'm only halfway done. You can play Undertale on certain devices, can't you?
On certain devices.
Like, can you play it on a console?
Yeah, actually, Undertale branched out. It used to just be online, and now it's everywhere. But that's because it was like, oh hey, we love you. Now you're everywhere.
Huh.
Now you get to be everywhere. But yeah.
Everywhere all the time.
I was really into Sonic the Hedgehog for a hot minute. I don't know if you knew that.
I believe it.
You believe it. And I have 3 Sonic games. None of which are Sonic Unleashed, which is the game I really wanted.
Oh.
Where he turns into a werehog.
What?
Yeah. I wish I was kidding. It's basically he becomes a werewolf, but he's a hedgehog, so he was a werehog.
So...
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Interesting. That's so weird.
Yes, it was a weird concept. But yeah, I had Sonic and the 10 Rings. I had the one where he had a sword.
Sonic and the 10 Rings.
Oh no, that's Shang-Chi.
I was like,
oh
wait.
my gosh, no!
I was like,
Sonic and the 10 Rings, no!
Sonic and the 10
Rings, no!
Shang-Chi, Sonic.
Shang-Chi and the Secret of the Rings.
I was like, because when I think of rings, I think of Sonic. Unfortunately,
No.
I think of like Sonic and Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Sonic.
Lord of the Sonic.
But anyway, no, it was called Sonic and the Secret of the Rings. And it had a fire soundtrack. And the reason we played it was not for the gameplay, but because it had a baller soundtrack and it had mini games, and there were 4 of us, and we wanted to play mini games as a family.
Oh. Gotcha,
Which was the selling point for why we were able to buy the Sonic game, because my parents were like, "Well, what do we get? We want to spend time with you guys and play video games with you." And I was like, "Oh, well, there's a multiplayer mode." And they're like, "Okay."
So
We're buying this one, not whatever yee freaking werehog ass thing you want to buy.
would you still play that?
What?
The Werehog one?
Probably not.
Like, would you buy it and play it?
No, I'm not that interested. Sonic Colors is the most recent Sonic game I've bought, which is not a very recent game. They have a revamped version of it that just came out recently, but I think they added more colors. I'm not joking. I'm so not joking.
I know, that's why I'm laughing.
That's really sad, but that game was cool, man.
Sonic Colors, now with more colors.
Most of that game took place it was like a side scroller, like a 2D side, not 2D. It was a 3D side scroller. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I got you.
And the colors were wisps. They were called, and they were little aliens that would give you different powers. That was super dope. And they all were vastly different. My favorite was the little it was like a yellow one that had a triangle head and one eye, and you could drill into the surface of the earth. Just
What?
As Sonic. It really didn't matter that he was Sonic. They could have made a whole other concept with just some new character, and it would have been perfectly fine.
So it had nothing really to do with Sonic the character?
No, but it was like, if anyone's gonna do this, he's gonna be Sonic, you know?
Yeah.
But whatever.
I started the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, but I never finished it.
Oh, no, I never saw that.
I fell asleep. I was watching it on a plane.
I heard from sources that I care about that it was good.
Okay.
And now I've heard it from you, so I've heard it from
it wasn't that I
all
didn't
of the
like
sources
it.
that I care about.
I was just sleepy. I don't remember why I was sleepy, but...
Actually. Interesting.
What?
No, I was just thinking about, if I've heard from all the sources I care about. I don't think I have. A lot of them didn't watch the Sonic movie.
Well, then you heard that they didn't watch it.
Yeah.
That counts.
Okay.
Because if they cared about it,
They would have watched
they would have watched it.
Like you. I want to get into Earthbound. Is that cool?
Yeah, go off.
Earthbound is my favorite game.
Favorite gamer?
It's one of my favorite games. It's probably my favorite game, you know? I can't think of one that beats it, which is why I would say probably. And the thing is, I'm not blind, you know? I know that it's not the best game in the world, you know?
Right, yeah. You're not delusional in saying that it's your favorite. You know it's not
Well, no, it is my favorite.
No, I just mean you're not delusional like it should be everyone's favorite.
Oh, no, I know it shouldn't be everyone's favorite, but I love it. I just do. And I don't know, I love how weird it is. And I love its failed little marketing campaign.
You were telling me about it the one day and I was like, what?
Yeah, scratch and sniff stickers and the slogan, "This game stinks."
Really?
Yeah. You don't remember?
No, I don't remember that part.
Yep. They said that was the slogan, "This game stinks," and then they had scratch and sniff stickers. And you could smell them and they would smell weird.
Did they smell bad?
They smelled dubious.
Dubious. Such an interesting choice of words.
Yeah. But anyway, in the game, if you don't know, you play as Ness, a little psychic kid with a baseball bat. And you save the world from a space guy. He's like an evil space guy, so it's not like he's just like, hey.
He's not just a dude.
Yeah. Oh, and your neighbor, who sucks. He's an ass.
Oh.
And like he's a misunderstood guy, and like you should feel bad for him, you know, but not from him. You should feel bad for him. But like at the same time, like he's given opportunities to change, and he doesn't.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know. He's like, oh, don't hurt me, Ness. Like, I only wanted to be loved and accepted. And then you're like, oh, I'm sorry, bro. And he's like, just kidding, I'm evil.
Damn, that's so rude.
And he stole a helicopter, and he manipulated an entire town, and he joined a cult, and he became the right-hand man to the main villain, and he escaped like a little bitch into time, like through time, and then becomes the enemy of the next game.
Whack.
Like, fuck that.
You know which villain that reminds me of?
Who?
The Spyro villain. The Skylanders villain.
Chaos!
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. The way you
Chaos!
described him like
Skylanders.
fleeing away. I played Skylanders on my childhood best friend's no. One of my middle school friends. It was Xbox 360 Live.
Mm.
The one with like motion controls.
Oh, wait, Xbox. So, Connect? Is that what you're thinking?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, wait. Then could you explain that again? I'm sorry.
It was like you could like. They had like a built-in camera.
Yeah,
Or
I'm
you
pretty
could,
sure
like,
that's a
like,
Connect. Yeah.
I don't know. It was probably like 2012.
Yeah, I think it was Connect. Because there was like Connectimals, and you could play with little animals.
Yes,
Stuff
yes,
like
yes,
that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, we are on the
maybe
same
it was
page
Connect,
here.
But, yeah, there was one day we played we played Skylanders for like 5 hours. And that was fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I loved Skylanders. Have a whole little collection that we still need to go through.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. We should actually play Skylanders. That'd be dope.
Do you have the equipment for that?
Yeah, I do.
What?
Dun, 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 dun. I will say my favorite Skylanders game is Skylanders Giants.
I've never played that one.
It was a marketing thing. It was like buy our giant figures, and then all of our new Skylanders. But like at the same time, it was so worth it. It was so awesome. Oh my gosh. Because the giants could just like tear through levels. You would just, I'm a giant, you know? And you'd just be like, get out of my way now. And there was one giant for every element. There were 8 elements.
What were the 8 elements?
It was magic, earth, water, fire, tech, death, air, and life.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting combination.
Honestly, it really was. You know, I think I had like so many of those. And I had all of the giants. I have all the giants. I'm very proud to say I have all the
You
giants.
have all 8 of the giants?
Yeah, because me and my dad like went to like stores and stores on a Black Friday.
What?
To look for the rarest giant, which was the water one.
Interesting.
I forget what his name is, but he goes, "Hail to the whale!"
I wonder why he was the most rare.
I don't know. He's a big humpback whale with arms and legs, whose barnacles glow purple, and he throws around a giant anchor on a chain. Really cool looking guy.
Interesting. Maybe because he was cool looking.
According to my findings, his name is Thumpback. Hail to the well! I really haven't shown you any of my Skylanders? Dude, how greedy am I?
You brought down a box, but we never opened it. Oh, wow. And
Yeah.
His barnacles glow purple?
Yeah, like, I'll show you what I mean when we look at them, okay?
Okay.
I
Sounds
promise.
good. Do some Skylander adventuring.
Yeah. We got a little off topic.
Oh, yes.
Well, actually, that's not true. I mean, this is a console game.
Yeah, but you want to talk about Earthbound, though.
Yeah, before we digress too far. My favorite parts about Earthbound are how each character differentiates in their own way, right? And while their stories might not be the strongest backstories that characters have in any video game, right? They're very much not.
You're aware of this.
Yeah, there's makings of some good potential characters. Like if they had pushed it further, which they would later push it further in Mother 3, which would be their next endeavor. That's Earthbound 2.
So weird.
I know.
That whole naming process is very strange.
Don't even get me started. There's technically 3 Mother games, and Earthbound 0 is the first Mother game, and the Earthbound is the second Mother game. Whatever. But like Jeff in Earthbound, right, is the son of Dr. Andonuts, which is the scientist who will later help you reach the main villain, right?
Oh.
And Jeff is not living with his father. He's in boarding school because his father can't be asked to look after him while he's focusing on bigger scientific endeavors.
Oh.
Right? And he knows nothing about you. And it's the most awkward conversation when you leave boarding school and fight like 17 bears and like get through a cave of wild animals just to get to your father's lab. So you can go rescue a psychic girl who asked for your help after getting like slammed, not slammed, but like getting like beat unconscious with Ness, and put in a ditch by a bunch of Gygas's minions.
What the heck?
It's so weird, man. But
very strange.
Basically, yeah, you make your way into your dad's lab, which is hilariously unlocked. Like, it's like tech guy, right? Your dad is like a scientist, a tech guy, right? A whiz. And he has no security.
Not at all whatsoever.
No, and you just walk in, you're like, "Sup, bitch?" And he's like, "Oh, hello, boy. What are you doing here, boy? Look at my caveman. I've taught him to speak." And the caveman's like, "Want donuts?" That's real. That's the only other person in the lab is that caveman.
I believe it.
And then he offers to you to use his replenisher, which is like a weird little like thing that restores your HP.
Oh, that's nice.
After you fought the bear, you're like
dying.
"What's up, bitch?" And then like he's like, "Oh boy, you look fucking awful. Here you go."
Here you go.
And you're like, "Oh, thanks, Dad." And he's like, "What?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm actually your son." He's like, "Oh, I didn't recognize you.
Under all that makeup.
Sorry for being you're under all that makeup, you little pansy. Wearing blood like it's eyeliner."
What?
Anyway, he's like, how are you? I haven't seen you in like 10 years. You're like, "Yeah, I'm actually gonna go save the world or something." I don't know.
Does he help you?
No, he doesn't. And it's funny, he actually neglects Jeff the most out of all the main characters.
So he helps you with the bear energy loss, but other than that, pretty...
Yeah, he's like, "All right, I'll see you at Christmas, maybe?
Unimportant.
Write you a card." And Jeff's like, "I literally don't need you in any way.
Damn.
You've literally provided me with no, like, emotional support my entire life." Which is great because Jeff, in his own way, is a genius scientist. Like, he's a genius inventor. And you regularly find trash in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and he fixes it and makes it into a helpful tool or item.
Huh.
But he's only good at battlement inventions, right? Like, he doesn't get you out of, like, weird, like, there's pencil statues in the game.
Pencil statues.
Yeah. And you have to use, like, a pencil statue eraser that you get from the Apple Kid, which is a different inventor kid, right?
Uh-huh.
Who your father later then adopts as his, like, protege. Which is a big ouch to
Like,
Jeff.
yeah, big, like,
Jeff's like,
screw you.
oh, Apple Kid.
Shoot, I love this guy.
Oh, wow. You know?
Yeah, oof.
Which that's real. It's like, oh, this Apple Kid is a protege, and I am mentoring him. It's like, oh, are you?
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, Dad, I actually made this thing that neutralizes all threats, all psychic threats, and brings us all back to square one. Oh, that's great, Jeff. Yeah, I actually made a working rocket launcher out of a metal pipe and some duct tape. Is that cool, Dad? Oh, yeah, great.
Damn.
Call me at Thanksgiving.
That's so rude.
Hey, Dad, how about fuck you? And then he's like, oh, yeah, that's nice, son. I love Jeff. Jeff is my favorite character out of the 3. Or 4. And then I think the order that of like which ones I like in order from greatest to least is Jeff, Ness, Paula, and Pooh.
Okay.
Jeff is the only one without any psychic powers, right? He can't use any like cool PSI abilities like fire or ice, you know? And all of his cool special ability, aside from building things out of trash, is that he can spy on the enemy. He's like, oh, they're weak to this. You know?
Is that sounds helpful.
It is, because he's like, I think that they'd be weak to your psychic fire, Ness. You know? Or your psychic fire, Paula.
So he sort of like see the angle of Pine.
Yes, which is a reference no one will understand.
No one will understand that reference.
Maybe we'll go into that a different time. But yeah.
But that's where you got the inspiration from.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and then the other ones are just variants of PK. Ness is an armored tank that can heal, and hit really hard. And then Pooh does a lot of damage, and he does Starstorm, which is one of the strongest psychic moves in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can also mirror the enemy every now and then, which is he turns into them.
Ooh.
And then he can use their moves against them.
Interesting.
And then Paula is just the best one at elemental damage. And then she can pray, which has random effects.
Weird.
Sometimes they're helpful.
Sometimes they're helpful.
Sometimes they're not.
Are they ever like bad, like unhelpful?
You could
know what I mean?
You can blind everybody with divine light on accident.
Yeah.
Just oh.
That's probably not good.
Yeah. Effects may vary.
Let's blind all of my friends.
But yeah, no, the end of that game is literally like prayer. Like, you beat the main villain through prayer.
Huh.
And everybody you've met on your travels is like, oh, actually, right now I feel compelled to pray for those 4 kids.
That's so weird. Like, super cool, but also just super trippy.
Yeah. Pretty interesting how prayer is like the power that beats the darkest evil.
Yeah, they were on some Christian stuff.
Were they? I mean, it was
Or religious stuff.
It was the creator's love letter to Americana. And Christianity is a huge part of Americana. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's one of the most common religions practiced here.
Mm-hmm.
In the States.
Facts.
But yeah. That was Itoi was that guy's name.
Oh.
Shigesato Itoi.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they'll ever come out with another Mother game or an Earthbound game? Or
I
you
don't
think they're
know.
done?
Frankly, I'd be okay either way. Because on one hand, they'd be attempting to bring something back that really deserves some love. And on the other hand, like, I like it.
Yeah, that's fair. Definitely fair.
What is something that you'd like to say to all those people that made all those gaming experiences?
I mean, thank you for what you do. Definitely a specific type of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Very different than movies, but no less intense in the amount of work put into them. I mean, I guess it depends on the game. For people who make video games who are like old Flash games that were not super difficult, sometimes maybe you made it to be funny or made it to make a point. Or maybe you didn't know what you were doing, but you wanted to make money. So
Yeah.
you did it that way.
Yeah.
But whoever invented video games had something in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Knew something was up. So
exactly.
we appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you for all that you do, guys.
I will never make video games. And I am okay with that. I voice acted in one to Capo coming out soon. Hopefully. Fingers
Yes.
crossed.
As did I.
So check that out. When it comes out, we might leave a link in the description, perhaps.
Maybe, we'll see.
We'll see. But that's going to be on Steam.
Yes.
Potentially.
But yeah, big thank you to everybody in games who made our childhood and young adult life a little less stressful.
More entertaining.
Yeah. Our close is dry. But we'd like to thank you for humoring us on this little video game romp. It was actually more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Good.
All right.
Good. Until next time.
You take care now.
Bye.
I could sit with you forever as the cycle spins the close and the time between the next load shrinks as the bond between us grows. While the clothes dry, while the clothes dry, or the hours become minutes as we reminisce good times, making decent